Okay, something I feel like that's not talked about enough on this app is being single and financially how hard it is. I literally work 2 jobs. I work in sales and I teach Pilates part-time. Both of the jobs pay pretty well, but still I feel like it's so hard to stay afloat. And like, don't get me wrong, I like to ski. I definitely don't live a frugal life. I have a nice apartment. Never say no to plans, but like, how are people doing it? How are you attending everyone's bachelorette parties, everyone's birthday dinner, going on all of these trips with your friend and having leftover money to spend on yourself? Completely stopped doing my hair so that saves some money. Truly exhausting. I just don't understand it.
I don't live a frugal life. I don't say no to going out. You answered your own question. She's basically just saying I need a man to work really hard, then blow all of his money on me. Funny though, it's inexpensive being single as a guy.
Why isn't anybody talking about the single tax? It is significantly more expensive to be single, to the point that it's like economically irresponsible to cook when you're single. It costs $75 to make a meal, not to mention the cost of running the dishwasher, washing up all of the pots and pans. And then what am I gonna do? Eat lasagna for 6 days? When I could use Uber Eats and one of their various codes each week to get a salad for $9. Imagine paying half your rent because you share your apartment with somebody, half your electricity bills, half your cable, Hulu, Amazon, Netflix subscriptions. When you're going to the airport on a trip, you don't have to pay $70 for an Uber by yourself because you're splitting it with somebody. Forget saving money on a Costco membership. When am I ever going to use 36 apples? It's honestly the only argument I have for getting in a relationship. It is expensive to stay single. Just imagine if there were no more single people. The food and beverage industry would just like collapse.
You wanted independence? Here's the price tag. Loneliness, with a side of lasagna for 6 nights straight. But don't worry, at least you can brag that you don't need a man, while your bank account cries every month. Independence is cute until it leaves you broke, bitter, and burned out. Careful what you wish for.
I feel like nobody's talking about this, so I am going to. Why is this that being single is actually so expensive? I have signed up for every hobby you could think of. I have gone on yoga retreats. I have signed up for surfing. I have signed up for pottery, hot yoga, hot Pilates, sitting at coffee shops. I physically have been trying to pour into my cup and fill up my free time, but I didn't know how expensive that this was going to be. And I physically and financially can just not anymore. I don't know what else to do. I can't believe that this is what life has come to.
Oh, this is rich. Welcome to the independence you begged for, ladies. You didn't need no man, remember? You screamed about freedom, about being self-sufficient queens, about not splitting bills because you'd rather hold your own. Well, congratulations. Now you get to pay for every damn thing alone. Full rent, full bills, overpriced Uber Eats because cooking for one feels like a scam. This is the freedom you fought for.
This is something that nobody talks about, but it's important and it's real. The pain that comes with being single years and years and years and years is deep. You know, no matter if you are successful, beautiful, super fit, super rich, have everything in the world, have so many friends, have been traveling all over the world, you know, like, look at me, I'm single and happy. Yeah, you can be. But with it comes a pain of not being witnessed. Comes a pain where you wake up every day and you have to give yourself all the love, all the motivation, all the yalla, let's go do it. It's not easy, and nobody talks about how we feel inside when years and years and years and years and years pass by and you're actually just still single because, I don't know because of what, so many reasons. And I just wanted to talk about it because it's hard. Like, I'm a very, very positive person. I work on myself. I'm active. I have good career, have amazing family, so many friends. Just came back from DC last night because I was visiting my friends there. Like, everything looks perfect and is perfect. But there is a pain that really lingers in my soul about the years that keep passing by while I'm not witnessed. And I know that I'm not alone in this. Probably there are so many other people, women and men both, that feel the pain of aloneness.
Women are finally waking up to the cruel joke that was sold to them. For decades they were told, chase the career, chase the bag, chase independence. That's where happiness lives. But here they are, money in the bank, degrees on the wall, job titles on LinkedIn, and still going home to an empty apartment, microwaving leftovers alone, scrolling Instagram at midnight, wishing they had someone who actually cared about them.
I'm doing all of this by myself. I'm paying the entire rent, the bills. She's like, if I had a boyfriend, it's like giving yourself a double pay rise. It's like doubling your money because you're halving your expenses.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's true. It does cost a hell of a lot of money to be single.
The single tax.
The single tax. Yes, I love it.
This shows how modern dating has rotted. Instead of wanting a man for love, respect, loyalty, or building a real future together, too many women are openly admitting they just want one for financial relief. Like a roommate with benefits. It's shallow, transactional, and exposes the truth. A lot of women don't see men as men anymore. They see them as walking ATMs, bill splitters, and lifestyle upgrades. And then they wonder why men are checking out, going their own way, or looking overseas. Nobody wants to be reduced to a wallet. If all a woman brings to the table is half the rent, she's already disqualified herself from being worth a man's time.
Let's talk about the cost of being single in the UK, because boy oh boy, is there a penalty for being single. So on average, single people are paying £7,500 per year more than their coupled up counterparts just for basic household outgoings. 7.5 grand. Unsurprisingly, rent is one of the big contributors, with a single person paying almost £700 a month on rent compared to couples where, on average, they are paying almost £450 per person each on rent. So that is a big old difference. And we all know that most meals on most food items are made for more than one person, so the cost of food is significantly more expensive. So is it surprised that right now people are coupling up to save cash?
Why is it always the women doing the math, crying about the single tax, and acting like it's some injustice? Meanwhile, men just get on with it. They grind, they pay their way. They don't whine about splitting rent like it's some groundbreaking discovery.
If you're single, it comes with a hidden price tag, the singles tax, and you're paying for it in every aspect of life. Let's do the math. Housing. In this economy, the median rent for a one-bedroom apartment in the United States is $1,876 a month, not including utilities. Sure, you can get a roommate who eats all your food and never cleans up after themselves, but at that point, you may as well just be in a soul-sucking relationship and pay half the rent. So that's not an option. Food. Yes, we purchase less groceries, but Big Grocery does not proportion their goods for those of us living the bachelor lifestyle. If I want fresh Brussels sprouts, I can't just buy a few Brussels sprout. I have to buy like 30 Brussels sprout, but I don't need 30 Brussels sprouts. So either you end up with wasted food and wasted money, or I have to eat Brussels sprout all week, much to the dismay of my digestive system. Leisure. If the group chat is going on vacation, either you have to buy a whole hotel room or you've got to split it with the other token single on the trip, because the singles have to be quarantined in one room because being single is contagious. Now add all that together, minusing the zero tax breaks we get, and it equals too much. Yeah.
But women? Suddenly independence doesn't taste so sweet when rent is so low, groceries don't come in single portions, and Uber Eats eats your paycheck. Now it's all about coupling up to save cash. Translation: where's a man to subsidize my lifestyle? Guess the overpriced nails, lashes, and endless Amazon hauls don't seem like essentials anymore when reality bites. Independence was fun for the Instagram captions, but the bill always comes due, and it's not the men who are crying about it. Thanks for watching Manhood. If you want access to exclusive episodes and want to support the channel, hit that join button and become a member. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if it hit home. Drop your stories and thoughts in the comments. We read everyone. See you tomorrow.